In a world that's racing towards instant gratification, are we losing touch with the age-old virtue of patience? Today, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the transformative power of patience and really how this quality has the potential to really reshape our perspectives, help us redefine our lives, and enhance our experiences to the next level. Whether you are focusing on manifestation or personal improvement, or really venturing into the realms of home ownership, you're in the industry, or just trying to better yourself, this conversation really is for you. It doesn't matter if you're in real estate or not. The goal here is to find principles and values that we can all appreciate. Stick with me as I go through a deep dive as to what patience is about, what it's not, and how we can apply it in our life to make it a game changer. Lex, take it away. Throughout the month of August and September, we've been venturing through principles and ethics that we can apply to ourselves to improve the best version of ourselves. So if there was an episode that you missed, I encourage you to take a look back on our previous few episodes, find areas that you might be interested in and how you can improve them, and find some of the key points that you can apply in your life. In this particular episode, as we continue the month of September, we're going to be focusing on principles that we can apply individually as people, as a community in our area. If you are in the business, these are principles that you can apply to your business and have transformative goals here. And if you are a consumer looking to purchase a home in real estate, well, I would encourage you to interview your agents and see if they have these kinds of qualities. Because if you're listening to this episode, more than likely you're interested in these kinds of qualities, not just for yourself, but in the people that you associate with. That's the kind of world I'd like to see. That's why I'm putting this out. My name is Jared with the Uraine FiveDiamondGroup.Vegas Realty. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is part of the episode 25 of the Move It podcast. Let's get started. The perils of instant gratification. This is really a humanity's age of war between the now and the value of patience as it intensifies daily. See, in today's world, we scream efficiency at every single turn, whether it's in business or in our processes. But really, that efficiency is kind of undermining the essence of being able to persevere and grow. These are the qualities that are transformative in our life. Why? Why can I say that? Well, take Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, his journey is pretty awe-inspiring alone just in his life. But just think about the element of bodybuilding alone. Imagine taking on that task of building your body. See, the physique, it's not merely a representation of the labor, but it really is a testament, the embodiment of your mental tenacity. That's not something that you can buy. That's dedication. You can't delegate that. You can't outsource determination. Every muscle that ripples through, every sinew that's there, it's screaming of hours of underlying commitment. Every sweat that runs down that brow, it's a title to the effort that you put into being able to sculpt your body over time, repeatedly, over and over. And that doesn't come through instant gratification. That comes through patience, through persistence, and grit, which we'll talk about next week. But in today's episode, we're focusing on patience and how we can avoid falling into the traps of impatience, or otherwise known as immaturity, and really embrace the qualities of patience in our lives. Remember this point: when it comes to patience, there are no shortcuts. They might speed up the journey a little bit, but at what cost? Typically, the cost is just too high. If you are pursuing the quality of patience, well, it's not going to have instant results. Sometimes we blur the line between self-love and self-obsession. That can lead to conflicts, disagreements, and sometimes, sadly, the loss of our inner compass, our direction, And this is really where patience pays off. It really helps us point to our North Star. It gives us the clarity to see the challenges from a standpoint of calmness, of our purpose, of what's driving our purpose. And it allows us to find the best path to that direction. Consider this example. I mean, I've had this experience multiple times, and maybe you have too. Have you ever been on the freeway? You're heading down towards a destination. You've got like 2 or 3 different exits you can pick from, but you can't decide which one to grab. In fact, you're coming up on one of them and it's like, should I? See, indecision is the child of impatience. In a fast-paced world like today, indecision, it can have life-altering collisions, both metaphorically and literally. So what is the price of impatience? Well, it's exacted on our mental and our physical being. It can manifest itself into our physical process. If you are chronically impatient, if this is a part of your character, well, it certainly paves the way for stress, anxiety, aggression, which then, of course, has its own failures, whether it's physical collapse of your heart or lungs. This internal tumult, as they say, it shows up as the form of ailments like headaches, digestive issues, even tumors. A profound saying that really encapsulates the essence of patience is this: patience is not just enduring, it's enduring with purpose. The Bible speaks of patience as a fruitage of the Spirit. It intertwines patience and love. They are a powerful duo that has the power to conquest even the fiercest of personal storms. When we work with that together in our lives, when we have that as our direction, as our North Star, imagine the world and how it changes for you in your favor. So then it takes us back to our purpose. Ask yourself, what is your purpose? Why am I doing what I do? When we have that purpose, when we know what our destination, our goal is, that isn't showing up tomorrow, but it's going to be over the course of time, well, it gives us that steadfast companion of calmness. It gives us that purpose of being able to deal with whatever the challenges are. Together with that, with our effort of showing love, it really breathes life into our dreams. It gives us the reason to wake up in the morning and to enjoy whatever comes our way. Remember, likes, thumbs up, well, those are on YouTube subscription, but they're also part of our character. Consider how beautiful it is. It kind of attracts butterflies, just like a good positive attitude does too. So how can we cultivate this? Well, let's consider a couple of things to really keep in mind here. Let's take a look at a couple of ways on how we can cultivate this. Number 1, recognize that feeling of impatience, or as otherwise known as the stirrings inside. When you're in a situation and you get that feeling in your gut, that tightening in your chest, that uneasiness in your belly, be aware of it and recognize what actually caused it. Then you can deal with it. Number 2, find calm in the midst of that storm. It's hard sometimes to say calm down, but in these moments, deep breaths, counting to 10, these are just different techniques that we can help actually physically calm our heart down, give us a moment to cool down, and get some emotional distance of what's triggering these moments. If you're in that moment, item number 3 is something to really be aware of. Body scan for areas of tension. This is really where it physically shows up, either tension in the shoulders, maybe a tension headache. I've known people who trigger a migraine. I mean, these are different things that we have trained our bodies and minds to react to. But by recognizing their existence, we now have an opportunity to deal with it. Take advantage of these moments, of these opportunities to really assess the physical component, because those will open the door to being able to find peace and find calm. 4, practice the art of waiting. An intriguing study revealed that delayed gratification amplifies happiness. Practice it. Give it a try. Consider its benefits in your life. Number 5, embrace mindfulness. This is an age-old practice that can really take the present and give you a balanced perspective of your higher purpose, of your view. Being mindful is not just being aware of your physical components, but also your greater purpose in life. By applying these, you can actually reap the rewards of patience by applying them in your lives, by applying it in your lives. This is a choice you make by following the path of a clearer, rational decision-making focus in your life. This isn't obviously any sort of short-term gratification, but really focusing on grit, resilience, sometimes dealing with problems and challenges in our lives allow us to develop patience. Consider how it might affect your relationship, how it might affect kindness in your life, or how it might develop peace in your everyday. See, even amongst this modern day chaos that we call life, the lures of impatience are really kind of tempting us to just go off the hinge. But make an effort to apply these on a daily life so that you can be rooted, not just in your purpose, but in a higher connection of the world we live in. Choose to embrace patience and watch the universe rearrange itself in your favor. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jared with the Uraine Five Diamond Group here at Vice Realty, and this is episode 25 of the Move It podcast series in personal development. If you like this series, please be sure to like and subscribe, and more importantly, share it with someone who you think might find benefit. Are there other subjects that you'd like more information on? Well, I'd certainly love to answer those as well. Drop them in the comments, send me a direct message, and my contact information is anywhere on Google, so feel free to type in my name and you'll find me out there. My name is Jared with the Uraine Five Diamond Group here at Vice Realty. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to be cool like a butterfly.